A legend tells that in ancient times there was a mountain named Fog Hill, where lived a kirin, a holy beast with strong spiritual power. Its power was so strong that it attracted many monsters to come for it to improve their power. Therefore, kirin voluntarily sealed itself in the vast shield in the Fog Hill. There are also 5 families of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, which possesses the power of all these 5 elements respectively. All along, they have been protecting the human world by driving monsters to the Fog Hill and setting up an enclosure. On this day, the Fire Axis Juan opens the shield privately in order to save his sick mother. The giant kirin slowly walks out of the shield. Juan says he only wants something from it, but kirin refuses, so a fight starts between them. Being no match for kirin, Juan cannot parry its fierce attack. Fortunately, other 5 axes of the 5 elements arrive in time. With the help of the water axis Chen, Juan barely puts kirin under control. At this moment, Juan's mother Lin notices a little beast running out of the shield. It is no one but Kirin's son, whose missing will definitely cause chaos in the demon world. Kirin blames the loss of its son to Juan for his secret opening of the shield, so it catches Shin's sister Shu and Lin into the shield and threatens Juan to find its son back, otherwise it will kill those 2 women. In a big mountain, a girl from Dishan village, Anne, is running in the fields with a bamboo basket on her back. She greets the villagers kindly, then quickly runs to the pharmacy, handing a whole basket of herbal medicines to her uncle Sean, and runs so quickly that she bumps into her father, causing him to break a medicine jar. Her father Yi is the chief of the village. In order to make up for her fault, Anne is sent to take some medicine jars back from Zhang, who lives in a remote mountain. On her way, Anne runs across 3 people dressed suspiciously. They stop Anne and ask her the direction to the village. Anne is afraid of being robbed by them, so she runs away hurriedly after telling them the direction. The 3 people also rush to the village immediately after getting the answer. Anne is so scared that she accidentally falls down the mountain and comes to the Fog Hill by mistake. Being lost, Anne suddenly sees a naked man emerge from the water when she is looking around. The man who is taking a bath is no one but Juan. Coincidentally, the man Anne is looking for lives with Juan, so Anne follows him back to his home together. On their way back, Juan tells Anne the origin of the Fog Hill and 5 elements, after getting home and meeting Zhang, and tells him why she comes here. Zhang let Juan give the medicine jars to Anne. Then Juan escorts Anne down the mountain with a duck named Guan. However, at this time, the alarm bell in the village is sounded. Those 3 mysterious people earlier appear on the bridge and kill the guards, trying to force their way into the village. After hearing the bell, Yi hurries to the bridge with Shan and others to check the situation. At this time, Anne and Juan just come near to the bridge. Shan and his brother Wang take weapons and fight with those 3 on the bridge. Although they are brave and good at fighting, it is difficult for them to defeat 3 enemies. After several rounds, Shan and Wang are knocked down. At the critical point, Juan shows up to save Shan, and his firepower makes those 3 people show their monster faces. Everyone present suddenly realizes that Juan is the Fire Axis. At this time, the duck Guan suddenly opens its mouth to talk, reproaching Juan and trying to stop him. On other side, several kids quietly come to the yard of a house to steal dried fruits. Soon, they are found by Dan, who is alone at home. Dan angrily drives away these little thieves. At this time, his big brother Qing, who works outside of the village, comes back home, and the 2 brothers finally reunite after a long time of separation. But they are interrupted by the sound of fighting from the village, so they hurry to where the sound comes from. On the bridge, Juan is still fighting with monsters. As 2 of the monsters have been defeated, the bigger one shaped like a peacock shows up. Guan wants to help Yuan fight the peacock, but is hit away by just a slap. This big monster is called Chen, which is obviously much stronger than the other 2 monsters. The fight between Chen and Juan is very fierce, with the sound waves shattering the wooden bridge and the fire cutting through the sky. Yi on the side realizes that only by them is unable to compete with the monster, so he goes back to the village with the injured. But the next second, Chen falls from the sky, appearing behind Yi and asking him where the little Kirin is. During the fight, Juan is injured. He alone is unable to protect all villagers. At this moment, Chen casts a spell to control the villagers and makes many of them a demon. Apart from that, it also sucks their spirit. After absorbing a lot of spirit, Chen's power is greatly increased, and it also acquires the ability to transform itself into human figure. An old woman on the side is looking at all of this, and she seems to know something. She totters forward and keeps chanting, "This is retribution." Hearing that, Chen controls her and forces her to say where the pharmacy is, then immediately flies to there. After that, the old woman faints to the ground and tells her final words to Anne. That is, don't trust anyone, including your father. On the other side, Wang, now a demon, wildly hurts the villagers and even wants to kill his own son. Qing quickly rushes over to save Wang's son, but they are caught together. Seeing that his brother is in danger, Dan plucks up the courage to fight against Wang. But Wang instantly kills his own son and Qing together. After a short reunion, now the two brothers have to say goodbye forever. After killing his son, Wang is also very painful. When he is going to lose his mind, he uses his last conscience to ask Qing to kill him immediately. Grieved and angry, Qing grabs a wood and stabs into the Huang's throat. On the other side, Juan is pursuing Chen, who is heading to the pharmacy. However, it consumes Chen a lot of energy to transform into human figure. Therefore, Chen now is no match for Juan. Juan takes the opportunity and shows his real power of the fire axis. Moments later, Chen is finally knocked down by Juan. However, Chen secretly releases a feather, which runs away quickly. Chen uses his last strength to criticize the sins made by this village and let Juan go to the pharmacy in person to find out the truth. Yi tries to prevent Juan from entering the pharmacy, but he suddenly falls down and breaks a medicine bottle. The pills are scattered all over the floor, and Juan realizes something is wrong as soon as he smells one of the pills. Juan immediately rushes into the pharmacy, only to see the little kirin, which is chained and locked up in a cage with injuries all over its body. Most of its scales are pulled out, and its blood flows freely. Juan is furious at seeing this. He never expected that the villagers he was protecting would do such a thing. Holding the little kirin, Juan slowly walks out. Chen, which is lying on the ground, warns him that from now on the demon world will not only fight for the little kirin, but also treat people here as food, and human beings must pay for everything they have done. Juan doesn't say a word and disappears in this rainy night with the little kirin. After this day, Anne often has a dream in which the plague reveals in the village and the people cannot feed themselves. In order to ward off the plague, she follows her father and others to the mountains to catch the little kirin. One person unfortunately falls off a cliff, and she is also hit by falling rocks. After waking up, Anne is so eager to know the answer to everything that she comes to the sickbed of her father. Her father tells her that it is not a dream, but part of her lost memory. It is all because of the plague that broke out in the village 3 years ago, which caused countless deaths and injuries in the village. The villagers used all kinds of herbs, but all efforts were futile. The village had become the hell on earth, and the villagers led a life of despair. But one day, the little kirin appeared in village. Its scale accidentally fell into the well, and the villagers magically recovered after drinking the water in it. Therefore, Yi gave the order to catch the little kirin, whose scales can be developed into pills. On the other side, when villagers are discussing about what to do with the body of Chen, several people come to the village. The leader's face is livid, and his name is Ji. With only a touch, Ji makes the body of Chen instantly vanish. The villagers present are shocked and regard Ji as a god. After that, Ji visits Yi with several people. It turns out that it is Ji who asks Yi for pills in large quantities. Ji inquires about what happened in the village. Yi tells him that those pills can not only cure all diseases, but also can enhance demon power. Besides, he also tells Ji that the fire axis of the Fog Hill also appeared. After hearing that, Ji resolves to get back the little kirin and orders one of his men to assist Anne to accomplish this task. On the other side, the feather that escapes from Chen flies back to the demon world and tells another monster Qi about the death of Chen. Qi is furious at knowing the news. It has always been complaining about how unfair the way this world treats monsters. As long as it has the little kirin, Qi can help the monsters who are trapped in the Fog Hill break through the enclosure and regain freedom. So it decides to rob back the little kirin and punish the human beings. Qi performs his demon power, which soars into the sky, almost breaking through the enclosure. Gods everywhere in the world sense this turmoil in the demon world. At last, she gives an order to all monsters: bring back the little kirin. A catastrophe is coming to befall human beings.